Yeah, I'll just say this, and then we get his opinion. David Jaffe just posted this earlier today. So all of you guys know the earlier video was not hidden because I didn't stand by the video or the tweet. It was a concern for the algorithm and wanting my YouTube main page to stay focused on pure gameplay.
Oh
stuff.
boy.
So now here it is, not to be deleted on Twitter. Tear it into it if you'd like. But I wanted you to know the logic behind privating the video. And I would step in and just my 2 cents on this is the video is hurting his channel, losing subscribers. And he's like, you know what? No, not worth it. Private, get rid of it. And I'll put it somewhere else where it won't affect me.
Well, they're still considered in the mainstream of things, and like they're trying to set the trend, and we're the ones who have to live up to the standard, and we're the ones who are constantly under monitoring. Although in real life it's entirely different, because on the social side, on the people side of things, we're the ones who call them out for their horrible behavior. But on the from the, let's say, an industry side, from major outlets, they're being the ones who are still defended mostly, and still people who don't do even half as controversial things as what we're seeing on the screen, they're being called out. And it's, again, a double standard, but it's changing because, as I think Jason mentioned a little bit earlier, on Facebook, his own this was something else. Again, I'm also this is my Ghostbusters moment. Another
ew. What's that? Is that like MySpace for people in their 30s or something? But I would find
that's the Eastern European version of X.
Can you bring up my screen real quick?
Sure, by all means. I was wondering if we could get Des always does this, folks. He stays quiet.
What did I do?
You got to lure him into a conversation for his own sake. It's so scummy, folks, right? Because if you step yourself into a landmine, right, the first instinct is to either freeze or to just get off of it. And this guy is like, no, I'm gonna sit on the mine and I'm gonna move my ass on it so it really explodes.
They call it twerking, Digny.
Oh,
his
there
logic,
we go. A modern word that I don't understand. But his logic makes no sense. Well, it is not logical. But this is a guy who let his own son become trans. Des, what do you make?
That word is allowed here. Relax.
I just like seeing him squirm. I just love seeing him squirm because this is the kind of thing, right? He's trying,
and certainly.
He's trying to do the whole edgy humor thing, but people like him don't like edgy humor. The people that follow him, that he the fan base that he fostered doesn't like edgy humor. But over here in this case, unless it's against conservatives, of course, or against other guys on the other side of the aisle. But over here, he's actually getting himself cooked by some of his audience, and I love to see it. I love it when people like them get a little bit of that taste of the shit that they pushed on everyone else, even though it never really goes as far as it went with them and their use of the cancel culture, like Chase just touched on. But in a way, it's the type of thing that, this is the type of thing that would get someone in really big trouble. But at the same time, it's like Smash said, you have to have something built up for something to be torn down. And he's just on his way to becoming a lol cow. This right here is a lol cow.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that looks at him and sees Ralphus from WCW?
Who's
that? Ralphus
I don't know
WCW?
what the fuck that is.
I presented an image because my old man asked had to find this from the 90s.
Well, I'll tell you this, folks.
Does he look like the main Ghostbuster or something?
No. This guy from WCW.
Come on.
I liked him better as Ralphus.
That actually looks a lot like.
I can see him.
Right. I'm very surprised that David Jaffe shaved.
I was actually going to say that he looks a little bit different. He loses more hair or something, but yeah, he actually just shaved.
Well,
on the video that you guys just posted, I was actually mildly surprised that he looks mildly presentable, because the last time I looked him up was during the whole Veilguard thing, I think, in December, and he looked like shit. He had stains on his clothes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, you got to clean yourself up, Des, when you're trying to get your kid back from a menopausal bitch who transed your child. Okay, so you gotta dress up and look presentable when you go into the family court system. But what about you, Mustafa? What do you make of this whole situation?
I mean, like, of course he's not taking accountability. Like, all he has to do is apologize, say, yeah, I messed up. But I think he's a clear example that fame is not everything. Like, so everybody wants fame so badly. This guy's famous, but he's depressed. Like, you look at him from like the last 10 years, he's gained a bunch of weight. He looks like he's aged 20 years in the last 10 years. Like, he always talking about the how much weed he smokes now, and probably does other substances he's not allowed to talk about. My guess, allegedly, I don't know, that's a guess. But I'm certain this guy is depressed. He has nothing going on in his life. He looks like a mess. He doesn't have any self accountability. He doesn't try to better himself. Whatever his kid is, I don't know what the original gender of his kid is, but I
think it's male to female, which is even more disgusting.
Okay, yeah, he's a failed parent. That's what I have.
Well, I'll tell you this about David Jaffe, because I didn't really know about his legacy before he became a content creator, and I always find it interesting where industry professionals, whether they are low down in the pecking order or high up in the pecking order, I always find it interesting that they transfer over to content creation, because it's not an easy transfer, right? Mustafa here is a game developer. Smash JT was a games tester, so he actually worked actively in the games industry. Jose used to clean Sony's toilets. It's insane. What was that, Smash?
I said, and game master, in-game customer support for EverQuest.
I don't know what that is, because I'm 26. But
and recruiter for the game industry.
Oh my goodness, you know all the secrets. But just looking at this, it just goes to show that what we do as creators, whether you have the support of a few hundred people or a few thousand or tens of thousands or low hundreds of thousands, this panel is like full of examples of creators at different stages in their journey. And I think we can all agree that doing this is not easy. It can be very difficult sometimes, but it can also be very rewarding, especially when the host of a show gets flat out drunk and then showcases pornography on the show for the lols.
Not me, not me. Just so you know,
that was my co-host. That was my co-host.